What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to another F1 video on the day. Happy Wednesday. And we got half news but half video. But today is majority about Andretti. Michael Andretti's former racing Cadillac gets FIA approval for F1 team. Now all they're waiting for is the approval of F1 team. Now it's going to be very, very interesting and actually pretty cool because this has been going on for a minute. A lot of you guys know after a lot of months of speculation. And obviously the Andretti name itself is a very, very famous name in the racing world, not just F1 but just in general. It's cool to see him, potentially close to being another team in F1. Obviously, there was one of only 4 applicants believed to be High Tech, Rodin, and LKY Sons. I'm not really sure who that is. I don't know why Chaz Motorsports wasn't on there. I thought we submitted the stuff by then. That's crazy. But anyway, representatives of the 10 existing F1 teams after governing body, the FIA approved its decision. Now it's down to the commercial decisions with the Formula 1 management. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what the F1 teams think. You would think they would add it on, but remember, the money that somebody could be losing out if Andretti gets added out is very, very interesting. So, and we know how F1 is. Very, very money involved. Also, they said they launched a call for expression of interest at the start of 2023, and Andretti went public with their bid to join Formula 1 in either 25 or 26. So it's still gonna be like 2 or 3 years down the road, but it's still a very, very, very cool thing. Just very happy. It's just cool because this is my first time really seeing this happen. All the aspects going on and stuff like that. So let's see what goes down. Obviously, the video we are going to watch should give us a bit more about why Andretti is doing this. But we kind of had done something like this before. I think we had done like Andretti's video early on, just getting to know like the team and like the plan, stuff like that. So should be a good one. But yeah, you guys let me know you guys thoughts about Andretti's possibly joining F1. What you guys thoughts and ideas about that, how you think it's going to work, how you think it's just going to be overall just seeing the F1 world. Like, because I'm pretty excited. It's just somebody's going to be missing on some money. So we'll see. But it does increase the competition in F1. I'm not expecting Andretti's to be high tech like a freaking Red Bull first year. But we'll see what goes down. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's jump straight into the video, man. Let's get it. So we are back with another video from Auto Sports. Shout out to them. And it's going to be why F1 teams don't want Andretti to join it for a while. So I think this is like last year it dropped, or a few months. So I am gonna be pretty interested to see why teams probably don't want them to join. Like I said, they just need the commercial rights from the F1 teams to sign off. And they're basically in it. So let's see what goes down. So always don't forget to like the video and sub as well. I forgot to tell you guys the race this weekend. So Danny Rick is not racing this weekend again. I think he's hurt again. So he's not racing this weekend. But we are in Qatar Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We should be live for that. I'm letting you guys know that now. Obviously, I'll tell you guys as time comes up. But we should be live for that race. So very, very much looking forward. I think it's been like, 2 races since we've done a watch along? Oh, man. Like, we was doing so good. Like, we was doing every race, stuff like that. Except for, like, some few races. But we're back. We should be good. As always, don't forget to like the video and sub as well, man. Let's go ahead and see what goes down.
The Miami Grand Prix acted as one of the strongest indications yet of how much of a breakthrough Formula 1 has made in the United States. But one person looking to get more American presence on the grid is Michael Andretti, the son of 1978 world champion Mario Andretti and head of the Andretti racing empire. Back in February, Mario revealed on Twitter that Michael was planning to set up a new Formula 1 team targeting a place on the grid as soon as 2024. It was not the first time Andretti had tried to get a place on the F1 grid. Last year, it was heavily involved in talks with Sauber, which runs Alfa Romeo's Formula 1 team, about taking over the company and getting a place on the grid. But talks fell apart at the 11th hour, meaning Andretti was unable to get a place in F1 for this year. It also meant his plans to put American IndyCar driver Colton Herta in one of the race seats fell through. But Herta
Where's Herta doing now? Is he still? I haven't really heard too much from him. I think we did a video about him as well. In the success he was having, and the racing scene. But I haven't really heard too much from him recently. So Hopefully, he's still doing good. He's still showing out, still
Is
doing
still
his
in the
thing.
frame to get
His
an
time
F1
is coming
seat
though.
should Andretti secure a team in
His
the near
time,
future.
his time is coming.
Being an American race, it made sense that Andretti was in Miami for a series of meetings, but the response from the wider paddock has been lukewarm at best. To quote Andretti, there are millions of people embracing it, it's just not the right people at the moment. None of F1's existing players would deny that having a second American team would be a huge coup for the grid, particularly given the reputation and scale of the existing Andretti operation. The family mark has involvement in IndyCar, Indy Lights, Formula E, Extreme E and Supercars already, but as much as Andretti's interest points to F1's current strength and booming business, it is for that very reason that current teams are uneasy about letting someone else join their closed shop. It all comes down to money. At the moment, F1 teams make the bulk of their revenue through prize money, which is dished out by F1 based on the team's finishing position in the Constructors' Championship every year. The prize money total is currently split between 10 teams. Should a new team such as Andretti join, that would increase to 11 teams, meaning everyone gets a smaller...
Oh, for some reason I thought it was just the 10 teams that get it. So obviously everybody's revenue goes down, but like 1.98 million, because also you're adding the team in there. Remember the whole salary cap and stuff like that. So, ooh. But hey, and Dre can use the money though that they get in the first year and increase the car for the following year. Then the year after that, like, who knows? Like, but you can see why other teams won't really be too happy about Andretti joining, because obviously it's less money that it's like 1.98 million. Hopefully my math is right. But it's like 1.98 million they're going to be losing out on because of Andretti's. And you know how F1 teams are. They're real picky about that money. So I can see why.
Percentage of the payout.
I can see why.
This is known as dilution. The argument from the current F1 teams is that they have spent a significant amount of money to build themselves and the series into what it is today, and don't want to be getting a smaller piece of the pie just because someone else wants to join their party.
Facts.
This fear of dilution is something the F1 teams look to address through negotiations for the late...
But can't they increase the salary cap? Just add a couple more mil to it, like...
latest Concord agreement that was signed in 2020. Recognising that a new team would mean less money for everyone else, a $200 million fee was put in place for any interested party that would be split between the current 10 teams. It ensured that any new entry would have to be serious given the money it had to stump up, as well as protecting the value of the existing outfits.
Am I seeing this wrong?
Andretti has maintained from the beginning that he has the $200 million in place to meet this requirement. But as business continues to boom in F1, the fear is that this won't offset the dilution of the revenue that the teams would encounter. Mercedes boss Toto Wolff claimed the limited number of F1 entries was what drove F1's value, with the addition of new teams risking this being diluted. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner acknowledged that money would always be a significant factor in the talks, and that the responsibility lay with F1 as the commercial rights holder to decide on the approach it wants to take.
It's money, man.
Horner felt the $200 million fee put a minimum value on any entrant, but stressed the importance of looking at the long-term picture. For the first time in a long time, F1 has 10 strong, successful teams, none of whom seem to be struggling financially.
Right.
Although the $200 million payout would be split between the existing teams, it would be a one-time payment of $20 million, meaning after receiving their share, teams will get nothing else and be left with a smaller slice of the prize money. Smaller operations such as Haas and Alfa Romeo are more reliant than the bigger teams on this prize money. Their argument is that should the economic landscape change in F1, much as it did when the COVID-19 pandemic hit and led to a huge downturn in the sport's income, the dilution would come back to bite them.
It makes sense though. So the $200 million and Andretti, that's going to each team, right? So they gotta pay each team $20 million. But bro said he had it, so. But I do see that the smaller teams like Alfa Romeo, AlphaTauri, Williams, Haas, stuff like that, like we're already not really, big money. It's like the McLarens, Ferraris, Mercedes, Red Bull, stuff like that. So, you just want us to struggle more. Like you want us to struggle.
It's left Andretti struggling to get support from the teams. McLaren and Alpine have made positive noises about the possible entry, but this is because McLaren and Andretti have history working together in the past on projects. while Alpine owner Renault is set to be Andretti's F1 engine supplier if the plan comes off. The challenge for Andretti will be to demonstrate not only that he has the resources in place to make a new team credible and competitive, but also to prove that the impact of the new team would make up for the dilution of the prize money payouts.
Yep.
Being an American team and planning to field an American driver in Herta would surely help Andretti's argument. Yet as Miami booms and Vegas beckons, the skeptics may see more American races as being beneficial to F1's growth than what an American team might be able to generate. There is a long process for Andretti to work through if he wants to make his F1 dreams a reality. The FIA is yet to formally call for any interest to set up a new team, which is a process it must go through if it wants to add to the existing grid. But Andretti already has plans in place to begin setting up an F1 facility in Indianapolis this summer, which would work in tandem with an existing site in Europe. Andretti acknowledged this as a risk, but he said it was one worth taking as he wants to get the ball rolling for his new F1 team. F1 must consider the added value a new team would give, the extra safety of having another entrant should anyone pull out, and how it might impact the prize money payouts moving forward. The structure F1 has in place right now works for the teams already sat at the table, meaning it will take a lot of convincing, probably beyond the $200 million dilution fund on offer, to get them properly behind Andretti's F1 plans.
But you can't be mad at Andretti's goal though. Like, you see what they were trying to do. Like, they're trying to they're confident themselves to be in F1, do a good job and all that. But I would like to see it because obviously it's an American team, and you already know the American fan base here. A lot of them will most likely gonna be like, "Hey, we got our own team. Let's rock with it. Let's support it the best we can. And hopefully, we're good." So we'll see, man. But pretty big news. Andretti's, is close to being F1. So we'll see on Andretti's racing team. As always, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and sub as well. As always, take care, stay amazing, and be safe. Peace.